Yo, welcome back, guys. What a week. What a week. This is our Robinhood long-term account. This account I just pretty much buy shares, don't really ever sell. Long-term portfolio. Here we are. Look at this. We're up on the week. Do you guys have accounts that are up on the week? You might. All right. I'm not trying to show off. However, this is the beauty of a long-term account. That huge bump in the middle, that's not supposed to be on a long-term account. I still had some call options on here from long time ago that I got in December and January. And so there's a big fluctuation, but this week we're up 2.4% or $605 on a long term. And as you see here, the rotation has started to begin, or maybe it's been going, maybe it's almost done, I don't know, out of overvalued tech stocks and into value, out of growth into value. So we've got AbbVie, that's healthcare, Botox, that thing, IRM, data management, like actual has intrinsic value. It's not a Chinese EV company that's out of a garage that no one knows about. Verizon, you know, people need their phone service. Even in a depression, people are going to want their phones. Realty, people are still moving. People are still buying houses. Housing market's crazy right now. We've got, so these are the ones that are kind of down. Square's probably overvalued. I'm still bullish on it. We'll talk about Rocket in a minute. Tesla's overvalued, still bullish. Corsair, I don't think it's overvalued. It's just coming down with the market. Very bullish. And look at these ones. Coca-Cola. When people are, low on money, they're not going to be buying fine wines. They're going to be buying a cherry Coke. Home Depot. That's right. They're not going to be paying people to do work on their house. They're going to be going to Home Depot and figuring it out themselves. Stupid play I'm trying to get out of. It came in the long term just because I was out of capital on another one. Yada, yada, yada. IMMR, this is a hype play, and it's shouldn't really be up today, but this is basically haptic feedback. So PS5, PS4, all the controllers, electric cars now use it. This is kind of a hyper growth one. Another mortgage one, UWMC. UWMC and Rocket are battling each other, and they have been for years. So now we'll talk about Rocket real quick. What happened with Rocket? Oh, Rocket, how I hate you so. Yeah, look, so here we are. And then I'll just pull out real quick. Notice what's that's forming. See that? It almost looks like a rocket right there. See that rocket? Okay. So we were up. This is tough, man. We were up 36K on this account, or we would have been up basically $11,000. A couple thousand in shares on Rocket, and then these options that I didn't sell enough of. So these are up to like, I don't know, whatever, $9,000. And I only sold one. Basically doubled my money because these only cost me 700 something, and we got back 1,200. So stoked on that. Would have liked to have come away with 12,000, but pigs get slaughtered and the market's manipulated. What can I say? I gotta turn the music down a little bit. There we go. So that's Rocket. That's our long term. Looks good for the week. Today, big, we're down some today because of Rocket Mortgage, Tesla. These ones are still coming down. I am in bearish mode now and looking to trade with the trend. GameStop kind of doesn't fall in line with that, but I'll be doing credit spreads. I opened up some today on SPY, which is ETF that follows the S&P 500. I said yesterday, if you were following, when it was down here, I opened up a put credit spread, which is a bullish play on the SPY, expecting it to bounce today. And then towards the end of the day, I got nervous because I was like, this, I didn't trust my instincts. I've lost some confidence because of the Rocket play and how that went out. So I pulled out of it, made a little bit, and then today it had this bounce. Would have made 400 bucks on this today if I'd trust my instincts, but I didn't. Like I said, I got to build my confidence back. Little base hits, a little bit at a time, and you will get back to confidence in doing it. So today I opened up a call credit spread, which is bearish on SPY. I think SPY will probably, on Monday, will probably come up some, probably around this range, and then maybe start to sell off towards the end of the day, or just slowly come up, and then I think Tuesday, Wednesday, it'll come back down because I'm still bearish on the overall market. I think we're still correcting, and I think we've got maybe some ways to go. So maybe down 350 range. I feel like this will probably be where we kind of this line around here. So basically on the bounces, I'm getting bearish positions. Either you want to call it buying puts or whatever. I'm basically selling premium though, by opening up call credit spreads. So today's an up day. We might have another little up day, and then I think it'll be down. And kind of the reasons why I thought yesterday would be a good day to open up a bullish position, because this was 2 down days in the SPY, and then typically it'll have this. So I was looking back here. You know, this is only 1 down day, and then it was flat, and then it was up. So I'm like, okay, after 2 down days, it's gonna have a rebound. And you can look at the RSI, look at different indicators, and see it's probably gonna be bullish. This big doji down here kind of found this level, but then I was like, this is kind of setting up a bear flag, and that's actually why I got out. I was like, I trust that it's probably gonna bounce, but this bear flag, I wasn't confident enough. And this would have been tough to hold through down here, because this was in the money for my credit spread. Anyways, we've got some set up for by tomorrow. All right, here 386, 387. It's actually for Wednesday, and I'll just show you this real quick. Max profit's 528, max loss is 572. So it says probabilities there. You can't really go on that too much. I don't even actually know quite how, probably from where the price is right now on the momentum, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so basically SPY has to close below 386 on Wednesday. That's what I'm claiming. So this will be Monday, this will be Tuesday, this will be Wednesday. 386 is right here. I'm assuming it's going to be down here probably on Tuesday. And once I have 70-80% on it, I'll probably just close it out for the gain and open up another one, maybe a bullish play down here on Tuesday for the bounce back up. It might not do this stuff. We'll just have to wait and see. Got a couple days on it just because Monday again might be more bullishness, and I might even scale into it some on Monday if my thesis still stands. What else did we do today? Of course, there I'm not averaging into. A lot of stuff just followed the SPY today, and that happens. You see this? Yeah, see this right here, see this right here. That's all just following the SPY. Of course, there hasn't found a floor. If you want this for your long term, I wouldn't wait. I'd start scaling in. I'd like to scale in more, but I'm waiting. I've got a credit spread on that. I've got calls on that. And yeah. So what did we actually even do today? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Tesla. Okay. So I've started scaling into a Tesla bullish play with options. I don't see it's hit a floor yet. It could have. This might have been the low. However, I don't know. So that's why I'm scaling in. I've just opened up one position. It's basically that it's going to be above 700. So it's going to be above this 700 price. And I've got until December for it to be above 700. So I think that should happen pretty easily. Given anything could happen, it might be down at 300 for whatever reason in a few months. And I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Because it's so close to there right now. It'll be right there. But yeah, I'm bullish on it long term. So I'm starting to scale into a longer term credit spread on that. And basically, I'll show you what that one looks like. It's a put credit spread, and it's a 700, 710 put credit spread. So I sold the more expensive put, which is closer to the money, the lower put, and I bought the higher put. So it's the spread between those is the premium I collect if it expires out of the money. Okay, so basically it actually has to close above 710 by then, but hopefully it's up there way before then and I can sell it out for a gain. Nice little premium on it since it's been so bearish lately. This is saying the maximum profit probability is only 28%, maximum loss 71%. So typically credit spreads I'm going with momentum, but this is such a long-term play. I've got almost like 200 days on it or something. So it's, yeah. Anyways, max profit on just one contract, or two technically, is 692, and then I'm risking 308. So you can see what's happening here. If I scale into this, no, let me, market's closed, so I'm not sure if it'll be able to, let's see. Yeah, so if I scale into this, if I do like 10 of them, it'll be 600 or 6,950, 6,900, and the risk will be 3,000. So if Tesla keeps going down, this will get even better and better, this premium that I'll receive. because there'll be more sentiment that it won't be above 710 by December. Let's see. 287 days, whenever that is. December 21st. No, it's not December 21st. December 17th. So I'll probably scale this a little bit more. Long-term credit spreads, legit. That's kind of what I'm doing with Corsair. Hopefully Corsair, though. Corsair wasn't long enough with this correction, and I was a little too early on it. But anytime the RSI is even close to 30 on Tesla, this thing goes crazy. So see right here, this was the market crashing COVID in March, and it dipped just below 30, and it's just been bullish ever since. So I'm not saying it's gonna have a crazy recovery. It might trade in this range for a while. It might trade in this range and then come down. I think in the short term though, this is probably gonna do a little bounce along with the SPY, like I was saying on Monday, Tuesday, because the RSI this low in here, it's not gonna last. It's got to come up. So yeah, that's Tesla. I'll scale into that one, which that'll be a fun play because that's a long-term credit spread, which are kind of, I've not really done one that long-term. Yeah, let's not look at that. So then the SPY credit spread, and then my Airbnb covered call, of course, expired worthless. I bought it back for 1 penny or $1, and I'll open up another Airbnb credits or covered call on a bullish day, or not. Maybe I'll just do it. We'll see. So it had this big rebound, just like everything else with the SPY. If it kind of starts to come up, I might open up another one. However, it's pretty low now. It might have found a bottom. I mean, really, like the sell-off the last couple of days has been bad, but we've been selling off since the beginning of February. It's been this whole month, really. This just accelerated. So it's not much different, honestly. So depends on the Fed, depends on Powell, inflation, all that economics stuff. I bought GRNV shares today. If you guys watched, this was something we were into before, and I just got back into it because it's a SPAC and it's at $10, and SPACs typically don't go below $10 pre-merger. So this one's SPACing with or merging with Hellbiz, which is an e-bike company that basically like Bird or Lime. You can rent an e-bike or an e-scooter just with your phone with an app, and it charges your card. You just rip it around, drop it off wherever you are, and yeah, and they're growing. They're in Europe. I think they're a little more prominent in Europe, but they're in North America. They just actually opened up in Jacksonville. They're in New York. They're in DC. They're kind of all over. They haven't merged yet, and this will be the only. I think this will be the only stock in this sector trading on the public market. And I'm very bullish on e-bikes and electric, really EVs in general. But I just seeing the e-bike explosion has been crazy. And then having exposure also to just the little rental platform. If you think about in a downturn economy, if people are, if there's a lot of inflation, people aren't able to afford stuff as much, you got to think about value, and that's kind of what's happening now with the rotation from growth to value. Values, Walmart, Home Depot, kind of what we're talking about. And then if you think about that, like people might not have cars as much. They might sell their cars just to go cheaper, use public transit. Maybe Uber, and along with that, I would see this as doing well, just a little cheap way to get around in more urban environments. Yeah, so I got those GRNV. Follow me on Twitter / or at HappyMoneyYT. I shared about it right here. So this is a little TechCrunch article on it. Basically, with SPACs, according to Zip Trader, I follow him on YouTube. He's legit. And it's been true. So they'll have kind of a rumor of it being merging, and that typically will run up the SPAC, and then they'll confirm that it's merging, and then they'll kind of sell off, and they'll have another run up before it merges, and then once it actually merges, typically it sells off. So what I'm kind of doing with this one, they usually trade in about the $10 range. So I feel like with a market downturn, it's a fine spot to just park my money, and if there is any kind of good news on this, it should run. So that's why I put a pretty large position on. I put $5 grand into it, and I think it's a pretty safe spot just to sit and not mess with it. And if I need to pull it out for another play, I can. It will just probably stay around this $10 range. So, and then once it's confirmed, the merger or the merger date, then I'll probably scale out of it, because if it has shot up quite a bit, typically they run down after they merge. Let's see a good point and example. We talked about Rocket at UWMC. There you go. So trading this $10 range. Hype, hype, hype. Hype all up to 14. Merger happened somewhere around here, and then now it's all down. Now it's been UWMC this whole time. And then this is the little sympathy short squeeze to Rocket. There's a lot of examples of that, but yeah. So that's kind of my plan with GRNV. A lot of our shares are down. Good thing to do when there's a downturn is you want to cash position. Cash is definitely a position, just like owning a share of Tesla is a position. You want cash. That is a good position. I don't have cash. I'm in a bad position. I only have $263 buying power in long term. Dum. My Webull, I've got some buying power in here, like, I don't know, $1,200 or something. E-Trade, we actually have some buying power just because the GME play worked out for us. I was able to get some money out of that. I didn't lose at all. So I think we made like 10, 15K on that. And then, like I said, I just put some into these shares, GRNV. So this is kind of just where I'm holding these for now. So that way, when it's hit a bottom and it's reversed, you've got capital to put back into it for a quick bull run back up. Man, lots to say. GameStop, freaking Rocket, man. Still in my long term, still bullish on it. I feel like the whole Wall Street bets thing, like, I wouldn't be so salty. I'm not salty, but I'd be in a different place, I guess, if I was able to get out of it at this point. I just was not expecting this ridiculousness. So this kind of jacked it up, actually, because with them announcing great earnings right here and then a special dividend, this would have had a nice clean run. Should have had a nice clean run up to that special dividend date, which is typical. Once the ex-dividend date comes, then it usually sells off a little bit, but just this whole thing just jacked it all up because now it's not even trading normal. Just so out of whack right now. But I've still got some exposure on here to if Monday or Tuesday come up, but I probably should sell out of these. That's a covered call on UWMC. Yeah, because these are up 25%. These are up, what, 4,000%? Yeah. Okay. GME, looking great. Typically, I talk about GME at the beginning, but you guys stayed here this long. Comment GME in the comments below, and I'll know that you're the true OGs. This is looking awesome. This is a great hedge against the market crashing, correcting, whatever. And I've been sharing that a little bit on the Twitter, like the Twitter. This is looking awesome. So I was hoping for a gamma squeeze today. Didn't happen. I'm kind of getting exposure to each week, but my big plan, yeah, this is looking nice. Over the weekend, Monday might open crazy high, might be low. My plan though is to just wait, and then once there's some kind of confirmation, I'm going to go heavy on call options. And I'm going to be paying some premium because I'm not trying to time it before it happens, which I'm fine with because the IV on this thing's so high that I would just slowly drain my account, or rather quickly drain my account, trying to get exposure every week before it happens. So yeah, so that's pretty much my plan. If it stays pretty flat next week, if there's a dip, I might get some exposure. If it stays pretty flat or slowly grinds up, that's kind of unfortunate for options because IV will kind of it'll stay a little higher. I'd rather it get tight and stay flat before it runs, but whatever. Basically, if it just kind of stays in a range, coming up closer to Friday, if it has a crazy jump, I'm going to scale into options for that Friday. I'm not going to get multiple exposure for the next week. Most likely. I'll get some exposure for next week, maybe on dips, but then I want exposure for that week, just real short term. So that's my plan with that. And then, of course, I've got all the shares and stuff, and those I will hold until 10,000 a share. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I can't promote the long term enough. So this is your savings account. This is what you feed with all your gains, all your GME gains and Rocket losses. And this, you want this safe. You don't want crazy stuff in here. You want stuff you use, stuff you think will be here in 10 years. 50% growth, 50% value, 60% growth, 40% value, however you want to do it. And you'll be able to tell what you have when there's corrections like this. you'll be able to tell half this is green, half this is orange. Okay, so I'm pretty well balanced, you know, this or that. Sometimes, you know, everything goes down for sure, but oftentimes it's rotations out of one into the other. And if you have all growth that's really speculative, it's going to get tanked. So you need safe stuff in this, and not all this is that safe. I mean, that's what swings. You know, Tesla's not all that safe, and Square's pretty volatile, and apparently Rocket is. Corsair. I mean, these are the growth ones though. My value ones are O, Verizon, IRM. GME is actually a value play to me at this point, even though it's kind of technically overvalued where it's at. As far as long term goes, it's a value play. AbbVie is a value play. Coca-Cola, HD. I need to get more in value though, and I can see that from this last, without this, from this last week, because we have been selling off. Without that, the only reason I think we're up actually is because Rocket is a little bit higher, maybe, and we did sell that. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. Okay, guys, long 2 days before the market opens again, and before we can stare at GME charts and just try and will it to go up crazy amounts quickly. Thanks so much for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Here's our Twitter. We will see you on Monday. Peace out.